What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB, and welcome to episode 23 of Let's Play Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the Subspace Emissary. Enjoy the cutscene. Alright, nerds and geeks, and we are now beginning our invasion of our villain base. And no matter, doesn't matter how many guns Bowser and Ganondorf have, they prove to be not enough for our Nintendo heroes. We get to choose 4 characters to go in as in here, and I kind of just went in as honestly my best 4, and honestly the 4 I'm probably going to go in as in the very end. When we get to the very last episode, or last level I should say, because that level might last actually a couple episodes, it's very long. But actually I believe this is the first time we're seeing Mr. Game & Watch. Mr. Game & Watch actually just so happens to be my main. His standalone special, he shoots out pancakes. His side special, he has this one attack where hold on, let me go over his up attack. Up attack, 2 guys come up and springboard him up into the air. Definitely a really good attack to get him high up and then land right on you. And his down attack is kind of a black hole. I can't really show it off right now. But back to his side attack. His side attack actually is what ends up being his best move, which but it all depends on which one you get. The number, with 1 or 2, I believe it's 1 though. There might even be a 0 in all honesty, being the lowest number possible you can get, and the most undamaging, it does like the least damage, so I believe number 9, which is the most damage, which most of the time just knocks your enemy right off the stage. Game & Watch is my main character, like I said before. I kind of play as him the most when I'm just messing around with my friends. Obviously here in the Subspace Emissary, he is not a good character to play as, though. I learned that out the hard way. I chose R.O.B as well, because we really haven't gotten to see R.O.B. That's another reason why I picked Game & Watch and R.O.B as well, but Game & Watch just so happens to be one of my top characters. Actually, I'm a little unsure about R.O.B just because I would say I'm good with R.O.B, but I might be better with somebody else. R.O.B's like my last character to decide. But I chose R.O.B as well because I kind of wanted to show him off a little bit more, because the last episode where he got introduced, we really didn't get a level to show him off. We only got a beatdown in a boss battle, so I kind of want to show how good R.O.B is in levels. And I actually think R.O.B is better than most characters in the levels of this Subspace Emissary, just because of he's like Kirby and King DDD and Meta Knight, where he has an up attack where he can float around. Sometimes, though, it gets a little wonky, I'm not gonna lie, nerds and geeks, especially when you're using a Wii remote that I'm using. It gets a little wonky sometimes when you're using characters like that, especially R.O.B's. I feel like R.O.B's is a little out of control sometimes. And you can die, just like you saw me there. I got caught up in, well, Meta Knight. We're going to be flying through here. We're going to have to take on an Armok. And I almost was able to finish that Armok off right there. I explained it in the last episode. The way you're going to want to take these guys out is to attack their long necks, and then when they expose themselves here, that's when you're going to want to do the most damage. Do I take them out? Are you kidding me? Fair warning though, nerds and geeks, I'm going to do very poorly in these next couple levels. This is where the game really starts picking up, and I am playing on hard mode, so I mean, it may not be the hardest of hardest of difficulties, but in hard mode, the enemies are going to hit you far, far harder, as you would know. And they're going to be a little bit more difficult to take down. And once we get to these later levels, it's mostly just the big enemies like this guy right here. And a lot of those one characters that heal themselves, we saw them before. It's going to be a lot of those characters we're going to be facing. And they're the ones that dish out the most damage. But we finally got rid of that guy. And, oh boy, we got to face... Oh, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. One moment, nerds and geeks. Oh, right back to here, nerds and geeks. Somehow, some way, this guy was able to, this Greep, that's what they kept calling. I forgot the name of it. I kept wanting to call him a scythe. The Greep was able to catch us off guard with just a huge strike right down on us. And it took down Marth and our last competitor. And we're back here with Mr. Game & Watch after suffering that unfortunate game over. And once again, there goes Mr. Game & Watch. We don't get to show him off very well either. Right now, though, we're back in with R.O.B, taking on another one of these Armoks with some giant Primids around. Giant Primids really aren't that... as they kill me. Giant Primids really aren't that menacing, if you ask me. They're honestly, they're there. They're not very hard. Just giant Primids. That's all. We go through this door and we have a cutscene. That is truly one of the darkest and coolest scenes in Nintendo history. We only got a sticker from that, and it's King Dundigo from Zelda. Link to the Past, I believe. Dundungogo. Anyway, we're going back to Subspace. And when all hope was lost, it looks like King DDD's badges saved the day? I don't know, nerds and geeks. This is one of those parts of the game I really didn't understand. Apparently those little badges King DDD put on Ness and Luigi, and I believe he also put on one of the princesses, but I believe Kirby swallowed it. But yeah, apparently those badges, oh my god, we just died. Apparently those badges were able, or timers, I have no idea. But they were able to untrophize both Luigi and Ness, and then Ness and Luigi, I guess, untrophize King DDD, or maybe the badges did, I don't remember. We need to go back through that door. No, Luigi, you need to go back through the door. Because the main, oh my hell, are you kidding me? Freaking seriously. The main objective of this mission here is to gather the trophies of our fallen comrades. As you see, right up there is the first of the trophies we're going to collect, and it's none other than Samus Aran from the Metroid series. You've got to be kidding me. We're already down to no lives, nerds and geeks. And the game just said, here you go, here's Samus, just get out of here. I'm sorry for this shoddy performance, but before this cutscene happened though, I didn't get to explain what happened back there. Ganondorf stabbing Bowser in the back and trophizing him before calling upon Master Hand. And it looked like Master Hand, who was there to accept the call, was not expecting that blue guy, who looked a lot like Tron, but it seemed like his name was Tabuu. Real quick, in this bonus area right here, you'll find Pit and Captain Falcon, I believe. Not Captain Falcon, excuse me, Falco. Pit and Falco, I believe. And you gotta check every area, nerds and geeks, every nook and cranny you can get to. And there you go. Every door you can find, every area of the place, check it out, because just an update, whatever characters you don't find in this mission, because I actually do believe in a later episode I do miss one character, I'm not sure, but every character you don't find in these missions where you need to collect trophies, you don't get to use that character in the final area, which honestly kind of sucks, because you didn't know that when you first played, but it's something you're gonna have to learn. So right down there is Lucas. But King DDD, may I add before I go on, King DDD, he just sucks at jumping, nerds and geeks. My voice kind of cracked there, but he really does. Like, I enjoy King DDD. King DDD is a character I do play from now and then. I think he's very powerful and he's fun to play. I do not enjoy playing King DDD in these levels, not at all. I do not enjoy playing King DDD, Sam I Am, in these Smash Brothers levels. But we really haven't got to play as King DDD yet. But back to that story. So, you know, Tabuu, this new strange guy who looks just like Tron, was he had kind of like Master Hand in a very gruesome kind of way, like, you know, trapped in a very gruesome way, where he was kind of like just hung by each and every one of his fingers. By the way, those little glowing platforms, when you stand on them, they allow you to go on these holographic platforms, but be careful, because as you saw right there, they are only timed. I mean, they are timed, and if you don't make your way up there fast enough, like I did it with King DDD, you will fall to the ground, or sometimes even your death. And once again, I am proving how bad King DDD he is. But whatever. If you go down here, you can find Ike from the Fire Emblem series. And in all honesty, for some dumb reason, coming up next after I get rid of these Vitans, and I believe it was also a primate of some sorts. For some reason, instead of, going back up the platform over there, I decided to waddle my ass, because he is a penguin, waddle my ass back over here to this area. So, and then our Nintendo heroes show up, by the way. Now, finally, Donkey Kong's right there. Our Nintendo heroes show up, and Tabuu, with one move, destroys them all. Every single one of the Nintendo heroes, and that is why we are now collecting all these trophies. It looked kind of dim for us, and if it wasn't for King DDD, Tabuu would have won. In all honesty, if it wasn't for King DDD and his badges, Tabuu won right there. But somehow King DDD rescued the day. He saved the Nintendo universe, nerds and geeks. King DDD is very clunky, a very clunky kind of character, heavy. When he flies around, it is very similar to Kirby, but you are going to be weighed down a lot more and move a lot slower. Standing on that platform right there was Marth of the Fire Emblem series. And right down here we have some annoying... that wasn't supposed to happen. Back to this area, nerds and geeks. Down here we have some annoying Seriously, King DDD's already gone? Whatever, we got Luigi. We have some annoying mites, as you would see, and I believe that enemy is called, yes, a rotor. I almost wanted to call it like a mite or something. I didn't know what to call it. I know it was like rope something. But mites and rotors, two very annoying enemies. We already know about mites. All they do is jump around, and unfortunately we have this black hole here that keeps spawning them. And down goes Luigi. I haven't had an opportunity to talk about Luigi yet either. I should. Anyway, King DDD, as I was explaining before, I haven't even explained Ness. I believe actually all three of these characters are new. DDD is very clunky, and he's slow, as you expect him to be. Luigi, he's kind of like Mario, different moves, not much difference though. I do think he's a little slower and harder to control than Mario. I would say. Ness is a character I've never been good at. There's Lucas, by the way, and here's a good thing right here. Not PK Pulse, but if you use PK Fire, you can easily get rid of those bombs and pick up that Fox trophy. But I've never been good as Ness, even though Ness, a lot of people, are really good as him. He's got his basic ESP attacks. I believe I showed him off a little bit when we fought Porky, but I know, I think we also did it as Lucas. So right here we have one of the more annoying characters, the puppets. And they're not annoying when you're taking them on one by one, but when they are up in groups they become rather annoying. If it wasn't for these objects or, platforms that reappear after a while, I could have been dead right there. I honestly think after a while I just start to ignore the puppets. Yeah, right here. I was kind of like, you know what, whatever, get out of my way. And unfortunately, as much as I want to go through that door, nerds and geeks, I can't, because Mr. Game & Watch is down there, and I need to go down here and hit that bomb. Unfortunately, like I said, like we've witnessed before, these platforms go down or, fall right when you land on them, but they are back, and once you hit the bomb, it moves out of the way and you can do it. Too bad we have these annoying puppets here, because that's another thing that holds you down. We're able to catch Mr. Game & Watch, and we're heading to the end of this episode, nerds and geeks, pretty soon here. I just captured Diddy Kong. This area is quite annoying. It rotates back and forth, and as you see, those electricity balls over there get on your nerves. They really do. And down goes Ness, but King DDD is going to come back. All you really need to do is capture the Captain Falcon trophy, and that door, I believe, is the end of it. So I'm going to start doing my outro here, because once it's done, it's done. So my name has been OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB, nerds and geeks. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. If you have, do me a favor, leave me a comment, a like, and please subscribe if you have not already. And as always, nerds and geeks, wow, I am taking forever. This is a really hard part for some reason. But as always, nerds and geeks, I will see you guys in our next episode. So until then, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day, and We're actually not quite done. I did my outro a little early there. That was a Mario statue or trophy we picked up there, and there it is right there. I'm telling you, Nerds and Geeks, that's what I was alluding to earlier. Wasn't able to end the episode without getting another game over. Gosh darn it. This area is pretty dangerous, and with King DDD it sucks because he doesn't get there fast enough, and so for somehow I just flowed right through there. But I already did my outro, Nerds and Geeks, so you guys just have yourselves a great day.